Alright gang, today we have a short video. I just wanted to cover controller settings. I get a lot of people asking about controller settings, sensitivity, stuff like that, especially in game too. At the end of the lobby, like, yo, what are you rocking, what are your settings, blah blah blah, how do you do this, how do you do that, graphics, everything like that. And that varies, and I know most players are on console, so covering graphics is kind of silly. If you do want to know my graphics settings, I do have a video for that. Audio is pretty straightforward as well. I really think with this game in particular, like, headset matters. Headset definitely matters. These Astro A50s or A40s with the mix amp are phenomenal. Like, they're absolutely gas. But today, controller only. Button layout, I play tactical. The reason it says tactical flipped, I flip my bumpers. If you play on a PlayStation 4 controller, so this is a SCUF, this is like the PS4 Infinity 4U. If you do play on a PS4 controller, I recommend flopping the triggers and the bumpers. Like, absolutely. The bumpers are more comfortable in the hand. I have a pretty big hand, and I gotta say the bumpers are way more comfortable than using the triggers. I feel like it keeps my fingers like in a better, more ready position rather than when they go down. When I go down, it kind of pulls my hands forward, my thumbs forward, rather than keeping my index fingers on the bumpers. It keeps my thumbs more rested. I feel like they're more ready to go in that position. That could just be a preference thing, but I do play tactical flipped. Regardless of if you flip your triggers or not, you play tactical, it's for slide canceling. Bumper pings off. Dead zone input. So the easiest way to tell is like what your dead zone should be is your minimap in Warzone, which you really don't have to do that anymore because now you have a tester. So it's showing that my right stick's giving a little bit, just a little tap, and you can see, like, what I like to do is I take my joystick and I just kind of release it, and I let it do whatever and see if it's drifting or not. I don't have any drift going on with these sticks, and that's set to 4 on my minimum on both. Make your minimum, so left and right stick minimum, as low as you possibly can, without having any stick drift. Like, you don't want it pulling at all like this, or even out here. I mean, some people are gonna have crazy stick drift, but you want zeros on the numbers. If you look at the bottom under left stick, you see where it says horizontal axis, vertical axis. You want those to be zeros. You don't want that to be numbers like you see here. 0 and 0. Let that hold. Also, make your left and right triggers zeros as well. Going on over to actual aiming, I switched my sense, gang. Look, I've been playing 6.6 now for 5 years, easily, maybe even longer than that. I went to 7.7. I wanted a little bit snappier of an aim. Because I'm playing a lot of multiplayer as camo grinding, I felt like I needed a little snappier of an aim. I can't say if my gameplay's gotten better or worse. I've been a firm believer of 6.6 for a long time. 7 might be a little too fast. Time will tell. Warzone's going to be the big defining factor of this, but for right now 7.7 feels fine. I'm enjoying it. It wasn't too big of a leap from 6.6, so I'm gonna rock this. But if you're rocking something crazy, I would definitely drop it down, and I do recommend rocking 6.6. For some reason that is a perfect number, but for the camo grind I was doing 7.7. I'm gonna hold on to this for a little bit, but I'd probably say it's gonna change. Sensitivity multiplier, I have all that set to 1.0. Tactical stance sensitivity multiplier is set to 1.0 as well. Aim response curve type's dynamic. I know a lot of people rock standard. No one rocks linear. Chop linear. Dynamic is the move. I'm telling you, dynamic is a wave. And then we have our aim assist type set to default. Black Ops, look, Black Ops has like a more of a grippy feel maybe, but I don't like using Black Ops when there's multiple targets. Like, if I have 4 people in front of me, 3 people, it's too grippy. If you're playing like maybe free-for-all where you're just gonna have like one-on-ones constantly, Black Ops might be the move. I'm not too sure, but for right now, default's working just fine. I'm rocking default. I have no problem with aim. If anything, people ask me if I'm hacking, so I just kind of let that be the proof. ADS sensitivity transition timing set to instant. I do have custom sensitivity per zoom, only on low zoom to 3x. Anything over that's going to be for a sniper. So that's 0.93 on low, and then 2 to 3 times. Everything else is 1.0. You generally want a faster ADS speed when you're using a sniper. How you get those little snappy flicks on people when they're running. Motion sensor behavior, all that's turned off. Gameplay auto tack sprints on. You definitely want to use that. Tap to slide, absolutely make sure you have tap to slide on. Parachute auto deploy off. Slide cancel sprints on. Let's see, anything else crazy in here? Let's see. Manual fire behavior, bro. This is crazy. So if you have a gun that's a burst in this game, like the DR whatever, the DR58, whatever it was, the burst guns in COD, you've always had to spam the trigger. They came out with this setting, manual fire behavior. You can hold the trigger and it will absolutely shoot the gun for you right after the first burst. So it practically makes it automatic. It is absolutely cracked. Take it off and press, put it on hold. Even with hold, you can still tap to fire it. You can still tap fire all of your SMGs, whatever, semi-automatic guns. But if you don't want to, you can hold it. It's so crazy. Like, I don't know why they've never had that. I think that's probably why they took it out of CDL. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Alright gang, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. If you're new to the channel, enjoy the content, man, hit that sub button. Crush that like button. I'll catch you tomorrow for another heater. Let's get it.